Rowan Carter was a man the world admired. He had everything money could buy: mansions, cars, power, respect. But behind his custom suits and expensive watches was a deep emptiness. Every day he followed the same routine: work, meetings, a silent lunch at his favorite upscale restaurant, and then back to his towering penthouse. But this Thursday was different. Outside the restaurant window, a little girl stood barefoot in the rain, soaked to the bone, hair clinging to her cheeks, eyes locked on the food inside. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She didn't beg. She just watched. Rowan was finishing his untouched lunch when a soft voice, barely above a whisper, broke the ambient chatter. "May I have your leftovers, sir?" The restaurant froze. Waiters stood still. Customers turned. Rowan looked toward the window, and there she was. Her eyes met his. In that moment, he saw something that shattered him. It wasn't just hunger in her eyes. It was a quiet dignity, a kind of strength that doesn't ask, but hopes. And in that little girl, Rowan saw someone he once knew: himself. Decades ago, he too had been on the streets, cold, alone, starving. People had passed by. No one had looked. He had fought his way up the ladder of life, forgetting the child he used to be. Until now. Rowan stood up. He walked toward the door, opened it. Kneeling to her level, he didn't offer pity. He offered kindness. "You're not eating leftovers today," he said. "Come eat with me." He took her hand, guided her inside, sat her down, ordered the finest meal on the menu. Not for himself, for her. She sat quietly. She didn't rush. She savored every bite like it was a gift from heaven. Her name was Lily. Her mother had died the year before. She lived in a crowded shelter and walked to school every day. After school, she wandered the streets, hoping someone would be kind. But she smiled when she spoke. She smiled like the world hadn't broken her yet. That night, Rowan couldn't sleep. He walked through his penthouse, bigger than most hotels, yet it had never felt emptier. For years he'd built wealth, but he'd forgotten to build meaning. He looked at her photo, that tiny smile, and it moved something in him he thought was long gone. The next day, he made a decision. He contacted lawyers, met with city officials. He started something new, the Lily Foundation, a place for children who had no one. Free food, a safe bed, education, love. Not just one child, dozens, then hundreds, and every one of them found a second chance. A year passed. Lily graduated at the top of her class. She took the stage at her school and said with tears in her eyes, "Mr. Carter didn't just feed me. He didn't just give me food. He gave me a future." And standing in the crowd for the first time in years, Rowan Carter cried. But this time, they were happy tears. As they walked out of the school that day, Lily stopped in front of a restaurant. Another little girl stood there, in the rain, watching, waiting. Lily smiled. She walked toward her, and she reached out her hand. "Would you like to have lunch with us?" Because kindness doesn't stop, it ripples, and one act can change 1,000 lives.